Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Welcome to English grade 7 video lecture series. Students, this is our introductory lecture because we are beginning our new unit called Safety at Your Fingertips. This is our unit 9. We are going to explore the theme of safety and the sub-theme calling emergency helplines. Now, when you hear the title of the lesson, Safety at Your Fingertips, what do you understand by this, students? Share your opinions, talk about it, or read the main lesson and see that why the title is called Safety at Your Fingertips. Of course, in this lesson, it is about dialing emergency helplines, the numbers in case of emergency. Now, let's talk about our themes overview before we move on to each and every student's learning outcome and introduce you with them so that you come prepared before the lessons to learn more and efficiently. So the theme is safety and the sub-theme is dialing emergency helplines. So in this lesson, the lesson teaches students how to call emergency helplines, those specific 2-digit, 3 or 4-digit numbers that are for calling help in situations like fires, medical emergencies, and crimes. It explains the importance of using these numbers responsibly. Like a good citizen and like good human beings, we have to take them seriously and with full responsibility. And highlights the role of professionals like police, firefighters, and medical staff in helping the community. Now, these are all the personnels and people that you talk to and you dial to take their help in different situations. It emphasizes that helplines are for serious situations only and they should not be misused, they should not be taken like jokes or games or playing. So they are very serious. Yes, students, let's talk about our very first lecture. Let's read the student's learning outcome and see what will be the lecture about. For first one, we have to recognize the form and various functions of simple past tense or past indefinite tense with when we know there are different tenses, verb tenses like past, present, and future with variations. We are going to talk about the very first and basic thing about past, which is past simple or past indefinite. We will see how they are made and how we can use the tenses in our speech and writing. In the very next lecture, we are going to talk about explaining functions of different conjunctions or transitional devices used for cause and effect. For example, words like so that, therefore, and since. They are for showing cause and effect. These are your conjunctions and your transitional words. Choice, either or, neither nor. These are our conjunctions of correlative conjunctions that we use for showing relationship between different words, phrases, or ideas. So we will see conjunctions and transitional devices with examples. In the next lecture, we will talk about understanding and using gerunds. Yes, students, are you aware of what gerunds are? Now, if you do, then discuss it. Come prepared for the lecture. Otherwise, we will see what are gerunds and how we can use them in our speech and writing. Next, let's talk about our vocabulary SLO of using the dictionary. So students, come prepared, bring a dictionary to the class for doing this activity and practice. We will use the dictionary or a thesaurus to identify correct spellings. We will see how we can find the correct spellings of the right word, use dictionary or thesaurus to locate guide words, locate entry word, and choose appropriate word definition. So for all these three purposes and this fourth one, we use our dictionaries and thesauruses. We will see it thoroughly. So you must bring your dictionary if it's available and start practicing it with the lecture. In the very next lecture, we are going to talk about reading competency. Here we have 4 student learning outcomes. They are related and easy to understand. Read and view a variety of reading age appropriate and high interest books and texts from print and non-print sources. Now this time, students, we are going to talk about explanations, how something works. The texts that are giving us explanations about how something works, maybe an idea, a philosophy, any equipment or device, etc. Next, SLO is identifying, noting the purpose of each type of text and read accordingly. We will see how many types of text are there and what are the purposes behind each text of the writer. Extract, record and present information from non-fiction text. Texts that are non-fiction, how can we extract information, how can we record it and present it in our answers and presentation. And lastly, over here, differentiate literary from non-literary text or informational text. So students, there are different types of text. We are going to see that how we can differentiate between a literary text from a non-literary text or informational text with examples, of course. And in the next lecture, we are going to talk about giving an informed personal response to a text and provide some textual reference in support. Now, when we are reading a text to show comprehension, we respond to the text. So how can we give an informed personal response? We will see about that in the next lecture. This is about oral communication. This is where you enjoy the most. You perform, you do a performance, a drama, and have fun while learning something as well. So in this SLO, perform a drama or a play script. Take up different characters, remember your dialogues and perform it. It will show different roles and scenarios through deliberate choice of dialogues or speech, gestures and movements. So students, this learning outcome will be very much interesting if you participate as good learners of oral communication. You will understand that how fun it is to actually practice your oral communication, perform and participate in a play or drama in a very interesting and fun way with following the rules and also be very respectful. Next lecture is going to be about writing skills, and we have merged these different writing competency SLOs together. First, we will talk about writing short dialogues to show various situational relationships. For example, a doctor-patient. How can you write a dialogue? Dialogues of doctor and patient back and forth one by one in and making up a scenario. So dialogue writing, and then we will talk about identifying characters and their relationships in context. So again, reading a story and then identifying the characters and their relationships. And lastly, thirdly, write a formal letter of application or application letter writing to people within your environment. For example, you write application letter to your principal or to your teacher, etc. So dialogue writing, identifying the characters and formal letter of application. These are the things that we will cover. This is all about today's introductory lecture, students. I hope that now you will read the main lesson, learn a lot about it, solve the related exercises as we move on with our lectures. So take care of yourselves. I'll see you in the next video lesson in the very first lecture. Till then, Allah Hafiz.